Did you know that black families with a college-educated head have less wealth than white families with a head that dropped out of high school? It's a startling fact that the median wealth of such black families is around $70,000, while their white counterparts amass a staggering $268,000. It's like running a marathon, but your competition starts 20 miles ahead. What if I told you that the average unemployed white household has more wealth than the average black household with a full-time working head? You might shake your head in disbelief, but the numbers paint a stark reality. The median wealth of an unemployed white household is $26,000. Now compare that with the median wealth of the black household with a full-time working head, which falls short of the $22,000 mark. Imagine this as a scenario of two people fishing. The white household is like a fisherman with a net and a boat, and the black household is like a fisherman on the dock with a single line. Despite your best effort, you're still unable to accumulate wealth at the same rate. The net represents various sources of wealth, and the single line is just working at a job. Even when black households reach the highest income quintile, they still have less than half the median wealth of their white counterparts. That has serious ramifications because you can't invest at the same level and it's hard to catch up. On top of all that, there's also the factor of reaching back. Have you ever wondered how much of a difference owning a home makes to your wealth? Well, let's explore this disparity between white and black households in America. The average black homeowner has less than half of the wealth of their white counterpart, and the average black non-homeowner has less than 1/30th of their white counterpart. Okay, so what can we do about this glaring wealth gap? This question has been tossed around in our society like a hot potato. Many theories have been proposed, some of them based on myths that need desperate need of debunking. First, there's the education myth. It suggests that if black Americans attain higher education, then they can bridge the wealth gap. However, black families with a college-educated head still have less wealth than the white families with a high school dropout head. Then there's the home ownership myth, asserting that equalizing home ownership rates would eliminate the wealth gap. But remember, home ownership is often enabled by the existence of wealth, and even among homeowners, the gap still persists. The myth around financial decisions suggests that the difference in financial habits explain the gap. But the reality, blacks have similar or even higher savings rates than whites with comparable incomes. As long as the income is about the same, we're talking about the same savings rates. And that makes perfect sense because you can't save when the bulk of your check is primarily going to survival. And finally, there are the myths around behavior and values, which suggest that cultural factors are to blame. But the gap reflects structural issues more than anything else. Remember the single black mother trope? Consider this. Single white women with kids have more than twice the wealth of black or Latino families with two parents. So family structure does little to reduce the racial wealth divides. Supreme Court Justice John Roberts once famously said, "The way to stop discrimination on the basis of race is to stop discriminating on the basis of race." That is a clueless and false statement that perpetuates the status quo. The actual solution is reparations. Cut the check. And when I say reparations, I mean genuine repair. I'm not talking about programs. I'm not talking about money for everybody. I'm talking about actual genuine repair. When somebody actually smashed into your car, it does not matter whether it is a Lexus or a Toyota, you still get that check. And we don't give that check to the whole city. We give that check to the person that needs repair. No programs, no platitudes, just check. Pretend that we're New Zealand or Germany. Check out my other videos and consider subscribing.